Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to finally be playing some KALDHEIM stuff. So excited. So I put up a poll onto YouTube and the most votes for the deck you guys wanted to see first was the Tibalt and TERGRID competitive deck here. And super excited for this one. I did a whole deck tech on this just a little bit ago. I did like a 20-minute deck tech on it. So I'll go over stuff really quick here, but not going to spend a lot of time because it's finally time to actually get gameplay of KALDHEIM. And so we're going to dive into that really quick. The main idea of this deck though, by the way, link is always in the description below for the deck list for everything. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, today I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming for KALDHEIM, especially because it's the pre-release event, which I'm sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. I forgot to say that, to be able to be a part of this event. So we're going to be playing up against a bunch of other people. This is a VIP account. And so when you see this 1.3 million, because I'm going to have a million comments on it every single time I do, let me just tell you that that comes because Wizards has granted us access to this account for now. You know, so it's like it's not that big of a deal. Okay, I only have access to this account for one day, and then I never have it till the next set. And so it's not actually my cards. Anyway, but Valky Tibalt, this card is one of our main win conditions. We have the good side of 2-mana Valky, which is just powerful. We have Tibalt, which just ends games through card advantage and through, you know, being able to exile stuff, and just basically you have all the cards, especially if you get to the ultimate. It's just a really powerful stuff. You get to play their deck all the way through. Same thing with TERGRID, and this is our main win conditions. TERGRID and Tibalt kind of let us play all of their stuff, and we like doing that. Their stuff is probably going to be pretty good stuff. Our stuff is also good stuff. The TERGRID's Lantern deck is really powerful to be able to just kind of tap and use it. TERGRID itself being able to have a bunch of discard effects or sacrifice effects bring stuff to our battlefield. So that is the rest of the deck. Basically, we have a control deck where the Soul Shatter, which causes them to sacrifice their best thing, and then we get it with TERGRID. Or a bunch of discard with Duress. Like if we can get TERGRID on the battlefield and then Duress their Ugin, we get an Ugin on the battlefield. And so that's the kind of thing that we're trying to do with this deck, is basically duress them, get discard through Kroxa. In the deck tech, I forgot to put in Kroxa until the very end of it. So if you guys are watching that deck tech from before, I did remember Kroxa at the very end. And so the deck changed a little bit. I'm now having 4 copies of Kroxa, 4 copies of Bonecrusher Giant, and only 1 Acquisition Expert, which is the difference. I just kind of slotted these in there. I took out the Cling to Dust just because I'm playing in a format where everyone's going to be playing non-rogue stuff, hopefully. If they're going to play rogue stuff, we're conceding. Anyway, in this pre-release event, people are supposed to not concede very much. We're supposed to play things all the way through. And so I'm going to be letting people play out their decks basically to the end as often as possible. They're supposed to do the same thing for us. And so that's it. So let's go and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. Yes, we're playing KALDHEIM. Yes. All right. So play PvP. Why can't I play this? All right, I'm gonna go Gary Tom, and we can actually play Magic now. Man, did we keep this hand? We have Aghanim's Awakening, Duress, Bloodchief's Thirst. Like, we do have a pretty good, like, 2-drop hand. On the draw, we could find another land pretty easily, hopefully. Like, that's the whole thing. This deck is supposed to run around 2 to 3 mana in the early game, and then hopefully get up to bigger stuff later. Let's go ahead and test it out. We're gonna test out. We're keeping it for the greed. We're gonna test out and see how this deck can run. Okay, we're up against elves. That's gonna be bad. All right, so I might go to Bloodchief's Thirst over. I want to hurt myself for this. All right, we'll go into Duress first. We get the Tyvar. Get out of here, son. Pass the turn. All right, untapped red source. You can do it, deck. I believe in you. Untapped red source. Elvish War Master. Yeah, down to 15. Oh, all right, well. Hello. We're finally playing. Fabled Passage, pass the turn. I'm liking the deck still. It is pretty nice. Grab a red source. Down to 2 cards left. Have they already played out a land? Okay. Hits for 2, down to 13. This is going to start hurting pretty goodly. Do I Heartless act here, or do I play Kroxa? Valky also might not be the worst, because it's just a decent blocker for us. We're fine trading off with whatever's in hand. This is where I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to be playing. I think it actually is Valky over Kroxa. This way, if that is a creature or a relevant card there, I'd rather them just be having the Fabled Passage left. over. We get that out of the hand. We decide if we want to block or not, depending on how good it is. We have still plenty of removal if we ever hit another land. It's a Tyvar. Oh, that's bad. Okay, that's... Well, now it's just a good jump blocker. So probably their best play is to play out Tyvar, pump one of the Wildwood trackers, and swing in for 3. Dude, how have we still not found another land? We have so many. I think we have like 27 lands in this deck with all of the modal lands as well.
We can do this.
All right, so when it attacks, it gets bigger. So they did a swing in with both of these. So yeah, we definitely trade off here. Life total is a little bit too low to not be doing that. Fabled Passage. Okay. Do we Heartless Act now? They do get extra ramp with this. So yeah, let's go ahead and just Heartless Act now. Oh, dang it. They have a counter on it. Right. Well, we can still remove counters from it. All right, pass the turn. Not just going to play out the Kroxa. I think we do need to try to protect our life total a bit more. Hopefully we can get to Tergrid and still a Tyvar. That would be sweet. All right, Fabled Passage. Let's see what they do. All right, so we actually Heartless Act the Jespera Sentinel. They didn't create another token. So this gets a counter, but it doesn't become a 4/4 now. So we stopped a little bit of extra damage. We kept something else off the board. With Soul Shatters, we should be able to get there eventually. Come on, land. You can do it. I know it. Okay, 3, potentially 4 damage on this next turn. I think that's still better than... I think I'd rather hold up Bone Crusher for later. We'll actually Soul Shatter now. Even though it's instant speed. I could do like on the upkeep or something, but we'll just get it out off the board now. Drop down to 4. Potentially 3 if they have a creature off the top. Let's see, let's see. All right, doesn't have it. Down to 4. Nothing. All right. Valky could be interesting. Dude, how have we still not found anything? It might just be pulling out Bone Crusher Giant. Do they have any kind of removal? All right, pass the turn. I think we're just Soul Shattering here. All right, we kill this now. Soul Shatter, kill the dude. This is only whenever another non-token elf dies. Okay, has a land. Dude, where is our lands? Come on. Oh, come on. Yeah. Okay, pass the turn. Herald. Well, we definitely still kill this. It's to grab something else to hand. We can just play out Bone Crusher Giant, which is pretty nice too. Okay, more card draw for them. Boo. All right, we finally found another land. So, red source. We can bring back Kroxa here soon. Is it worth taking 1 point of damage here? Okay, so Stomp, Avenger. No card draw for you. We could take 3, go to 1, and that way we have the ability to bring back Kroxa on the next turn, or we play Valky just as a blocker. I think we just play Valky as a blocker. Pass the turn. This doesn't... Oh, it has Menace. Dang it. Oh, dang it. I forgot about the Menace. In some ways, that's good then still. Okay, and good game. All right. Yep. Dude, if we could ever have found land earlier, that'd be fine. We were on the draw. We had 2 lands, which our decks showed that we can still do really well off 2 lands. That's kind of the idea of this deck, is that we can survive in the early game pretty well, just kind of being a really good hate deck. But we're supposed to be finding lands along the way. That's why we have like I think with all the modal lands, we have like 27. So next time. Not going to be cutting out any games with this one, by the way. Sometimes I'll like cut them out and change them up, but just with this this style because we're playing up against other people, we're just going to show it straightforward exactly how it goes. All right, we're against FD territory. We do have Soul Shatter and Tergrid, so we have a turn 3, turn 4 play on the draw. I'm going to keep this just because we actually have 4 lands this time, although we don't even have our 2 black sources. All right, we're mulliganing. We can have a better hand than that. Dude, 0 black sources. Come on. Dude, we have so many lands in this deck. Why can't we find any of them? Yeah, hold the curve, I guess. Hello. All right. That's a decent turn 1 play. All right, now we have the curve. All we have to do is find 1 more land, and I probably will go for Tergrid as the artifact maybe first. We'll see. Oh, life gain deck. Uh-oh. This can be very bad. All right, Acquisitions Expert. They foretold something, right? Foretold an angel of some sort. Interesting. There's not a ton of angels that actually foretell. Roland of the Gilly, thanks so much for the Prime sub. Which, by the way, reminder for everyone, it is free to do a Prime sub. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can do that. I don't think I care about this. Actually, angel spells cost less. Yeah, we do care about that. Yeah, we'll go Black Source again. We are going to Soul Shatter now. Just slow them down on the ramp. They just got rid of 2 of those same cards. Hopefully they're not going to have too much of anything else. Also, they only have 1 white source so far, which might mean they just can't play much of anything. Johnson, thanks so much for the Prime sub as well. Dude, and Baba Barg with 3 gifted tier 1 subs. Dude, you're awesome, my friend. Do I want to start using Tergrid's ability thing instead here? So we can go out with the lantern. And if we want to just be holding on Valky, doing this twice a turn is actually pretty legit, either for hitting the life total or other side of it. So I think that we actually play this out. So we're testing this deck out. We're going to see how it works for us. Tergrid's Lantern, we're going to go ahead and fire it off right away. Target player, which is kind of cool. You can sacrifice your own stuff with this card as well, by the way. You can target yourself. So they take some damage, which is good. No attacks past the turn. And I mean, we can just fire this off twice a turn, making them either lose life, sacrifice a permanent, or discard a card over and over again. Not the worst. That's a permanent that they can sacrifice. At the same time, though, let's just actually Valky first. Since we have another one now, we can turn this into a 3/3. So we can turn it into a Luris. Heck yeah. Definitely taking that. You kidding me? Heck yeah. We'll stop on the upkeep. So you can do this right after the draw as step as well if you want to. Like, there's so many things you can do. Fox, thanks so much for the tier 1 sub as well. But yeah, so there's some pretty sweet stuff we can be doing with this deck. Okay, swings in for 4. This does have vigilance, right? Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So you have to pay the X first and then choose the creature that works with it. That's really interesting. Okay. Skull Cairn. Let's go ahead and make him discard. Or take 3. No attacks. Let's see. Legion Angel is pretty interesting. I want them to keep them off of lands potentially. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pay for this. Untap it. Dude, this is actually, just this side of it is still pretty good. Is it going to straight up win a game by itself? No, but as far as like being more hate, this is awesome. So they just take 3, okay. Keeping them off of the Speaker of the Heavens mana. Legion Angel, cool. All right, we have 1 more untapped land and we get Valky, yes. All right, so Tibalt. Let's go ahead and do this first. All right, so they definitely kill Tibalt right away. We can steal their Legion Angel. Hitting at our life total might also be good for them. Yeah, I think that we just need something to do here. So let's just go ahead and kill the Legion Angel. No attacks past the turn. It would be nice to get rid of the things that have vigilance, but whatever. Yeah, kills Tibalt. We get an extra turn. We're up to 7 mana, so we can still do some pretty sweet stuff here. 1 more land and we get 3 triggers of Tibalt of this every turn as well. Ooh, and we just got a Valky. Oh, I can play it with Luris. Ooh, and I think I can play it on the other side. Oh my gosh. Oh man, okay. So yeah. Yeah, we just do this. Wait, I can't play the other side? Bummer. Stop him from drawing a card, get a life linking. Right, I think that's better. All right, so it takes 4 mana to get to that. We only have so much here. Okay, go ahead and fire this off. I think it's better to go ahead and play out the Valky then, huh? Actually, wait. Yeah, next turn we can Kroxa, use Tergrids. Oh, okay, yeah. Because we get to play it off from the graveyard as well. All right, so let's go X4. Dude, I am loving Valky so much. This is such a flipping good card. No attacks past the turn. All right, now we have a life gain and we can start taking stuff from your hand every single turn. It does take it back to their hand, but they don't have 0 black mana, so it's not like that's something we're worried about at the moment. Swings in. We definitely kill the token first, I believe. Opponent's saying good game. Down to 8. Okay, yep. Kroxa. Do I want to Kroxa as well again? Let's go just fire this off now, see what else they do. If they're discarding, if they're sacrificing stuff, whatever, they can sacrifice a land. Oh, no, it's non-land permanent. Yeah, so discards again. I guess what we want to do is make him discard first and then play this to make him force either damage or this. We can swing him with Luris now. So let's go ahead and swing with Luris. They want to double block, that's fine. Nope, they don't double block. Down to 8, we gain some life. Do I just want to play the Legion Angel out? All right, let's stomp Speaker of the Heavens. Oh, we can't play Bone Crusher now. Right. I was thinking this is red mana as well, but it's not. That's fine. It is bummer that you can't play the other side of it, but I guess it wouldn't count as Karubanika 2 or less at that point. All right, I'm putting out stuff on board just to try to finish out this game a little bit quicker. Another Speaker of the Heavens, that's cool. Okay, pass to my turn. Play out Kroxa. Deal some damage. Activate Tergrid's ability. Deal some damage. Or have him sacrifice something. All right, well, now we have a game. All right, we'll go ahead and end it for him. Yes, dude. Okay, this is feeling sweet. This is feeling really, really good. I like this deck a lot. I definitely think it needs to be fine-tuned to be something a little bit better. But this is good stuff right there. All right, it's Mir VVIP and 4 lands, Valky, Kroxa, Duress. Yes. This is what we want, and this is nice too because this is the part of the reason that I like this deck too. Is we have lots of modal lands and a few of these lands that come in tapped. But most of our deck runs on 2 mana. So if we have something like this, a swamp, a mountain, then we can play most of our deck out. And we just kind of play it slow, keep discarding, keep getting advantage and everything. World Tree. All right, well, Duress. It does feel like a little bit of hate in this kind of a format to be playing these, but at the same time, take that. So they already have green mana. We can take a land here, or do we care about Glimpse of Cosmos? Otherwise, they just play this out, but they already have lands in hand. Yeah, let's just take this out. Glimpse of Cosmos is actually a pretty good card. Although it comes back from the graveyard if you have a giant, right? As long as you control a giant, you may cast it from the graveyard by paying 1. That is pretty good. I should have taken the Secret Restoration, I think. Kroxa. Valky's going to be pretty nice too. We could just take their Realm Cloak Giant and they don't have a board wipe anymore. Okay, takes damage, loses a land. Nice. Soul Shatter is going to be sweet in this deck too. Yep. I'm liking it a lot. Also, just being able to play with knowledge of their hand over and over again. Like, we have so many ways to kind of take a peek at their hand with this deck. It's really nice. Should have taken Beanstalk Giant. I can't with the Duress. It's a creature. And Kroxa just causes them to discard a card, whatever they want. Duress doesn't do anything here, so Karen. There you go, Karen. All right, we take Realm Cloak Giant because we don't want them to have the board wipe right now. Pass the turn. We have to have 7 mana to turn it into a 7/7. But just the fact that I have that option is really good. It actually is really, really good. I'm not sure if I'm going for another Duress here right away. We've seen Cultivates, we've seen Glimpse of Cosmos. With World Tree, I could see them playing Essica in the deck like this as well, just having like a bunch of big, beefy Beanstalk Giants. All right, now there's 0 cards in hand. All right, no big deal then. You're gonna have something really big on the next turn, so Shadow Smashing tapped. We have 2 good removal spells. Swing in, keep the damage rolling down to 15, pass the turn. We just need to keep hitting lands. Please, please, please keep hitting lands. I mean, they're wrapping up so much farther than we are. Beanstalk Giant. Oh no. All right, so we want to hold off on Soul Shatter for as long as possible. Glimpse the Cosmos. We'll try for the Duress again now. So we'll Murder Shredder. Kill a big boy. Land. Come on, Dak. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, go ahead and Duress them. Yeah, okay, whatever. At least I don't get to do it twice. Okay, down to 13, pass the turn. Okay, so they can cast Glimpse of Cosmos right away, and this is the first chance we get to react is when they have it, so that's fine. Again, do I want to hold off on Soul Shatter? I can just Bloodteeth's Thirst and kill this. We're not pressed for time, but if I get a chance to play Tergrid out, do I want to wait a turn? They're going to find more Realm Cloak Giants and things. Or do I want to play out like the Lantern here? Because honestly, that's going to be a lot of damage output. So I think we go ahead and just Soul Shatter. If we find a Tergrid, we actually want to play the Lantern side of it. Okay, Fabled Passage, we got a land. Swing in. Duress. Take the Inspiring Ultimatum, nice. Activate this. Grab a Black Source. Putting more stuff into the graveyard for Kroxa as well. And now we just Kroxa. Yep. Yeah, boys. Dude, all right. They have to hit something pretty good here, too, off the top. So they have the Triome to go digging. The second world tree, yeah, not really good here. Pass the turn. How good is it? If they find... Actually, Realm Cloak Giant doesn't kill Kroxa. So we actually have an answer for Realm Cloak Giant now, too. Dude, I love this deck. I really think this is going to be a very powerful deck in the format. I think that once we know what meta looks like, it can shift to be a better deck for meta in general. All right, Realm Cloak Giant goes back to hand. That's cool. But again, this is a giant. So that's fine. You can play out Bone Crushy Boy, which will Bloodchief's Thirst that, swing in, force them to discard this, or if they have a land, then they're just dead. Yeah, we'll get out land while we can. We also have just deal 3 damage to face at another time. We'll do this first. Getting in for 6 is more important. Take 2, kill them, swing in. Yes. Let's see if they try to keep the... Yes, please fire off the Realm Cloak Giant. I mean, they can fire it off just as a... Like, they can just play it as a 7/7 as well, right? We have Stompy Boys in the deck. We actually are pretty good against Giants. Like, Giants being a thing is actually good for us. And maybe this is the main reason why Giants don't actually end up being anything. Is because, like, Bone Crusher Giant and Crocs are played often enough that it's hard to have that be a not one-sided board wipe, you know? So, yeah, boys. That was sweet. All right, up against Navarim VIP. Everyone has a VIP. Dress Shatter. So, like, we are a little bit slow. We're on the play, though. So if we get red source, we have a black source. We can maybe black source first, Bone Crusher the turn after, Soul Shatter turn after that. Like, we're still playing a controlling deck and controlling hand here that I'm not super nervous about this. We'll play out the land that's always tapped first. All right. Skull Cairn. Which I do like this card. I think it's really good for what we're trying to do. Discarding and just dealing 3 damage to face, which is all the things that we want to be doing in our life. Snow-covered forest. Nothing. Oh no. Oh no. Questing Beast. All right, we're going to get poisoned. Which I'm actually not as scared of this poison deck as other ones, honestly. Okay, pass the turn. Finn is a perfect target for Bone Crusher Giant, so that's nice. Yeah, go ahead and grab red source. I'm not sure if we need to bolt in the Aghanim's Awakening. Oh, it's 3 power. Huh. Has Death Touch. It gets us 1 counter right away. Soul Shatter is probably the best way to get rid of Questing Beast, too. How do we play this out? Our life total does still matter, although probably less so than other stuff. It might just be playing out Bone Crusher Giant. We'll see what else they play. They're not playing Bone Crusher Giant on this next turn. So pass the turn. We'll just shock whatever we can. What do they find those last 2 cards? Okay, so we take 1 point of damage. We get 2 poison counters from him hitting us. If we get to 10, then we lose the game. Yeah, we'll just stomp face. I might want the Shadow Skull Smashing. Okay, play out Bone Crusher. We haven't seen removal at all yet in their hand. I want the Shadow Skull Smashing. No, we're going to play it tapped. Pass the turn. I want to get up to 5 mana for Tergrid more than I want to be playing that out right now. We have more removal in the deck. They swing in with everything. We definitely block the Questing Beast. Actually, I guess that we would kill the Finn if they offered it. All right, so yeah, kill the Questing Beast now. Valky. Valky's also really good. But I think we came to play Tergrid. Yeah, we might get hit by a decent number of poison counters here, but Soul Shatter gets us their best thing. Like, I think that we're still in decent shape. 4 cards, what you got? Do you have any removal in this deck? They do. Oh, no, they don't. Okay, Garruk. That's not the worst. We can get our own Garruk and have a good blocker here. Yep, no blocks. Okay, down to 15. All right, so Soul Shatter. Kill your Garruk. We get the Garruk. Take action. Yes. We will create a 3/3. Yes. Now we have more blockers. Valky take something out of their hand. Yeah, let's go ahead and play Valky as well. And we'll take a Vorinclex, which they are about to play. Yes! We got the Vorinclex. Dude, okay, that's good. That's so good. Them top decking a Vorinclex is definitely worse. They hit in for... Does it have Death Touch as well? It doesn't have Death Touch, but it puts extra counters on. I think we just need to close out the game. So swing in. Down to 14, pass the turn. We can't just play around them having the best card possible every time. We have to actually be putting the life total down to, you know, close the game out at some point. Man, all these 3 toughness things are actually really annoying for us. Okay, pass to my turn. Another Valky. Okay, we get whatever you want to get rid of. Yes. Dude, it's so good. TERGRID is amazing. Take action. Yeah, we'll get a Shovel. Yes. One more land and we have Vorinclex on board. Which means every time we tick up with this stuff, it'll be even better. Let's go ahead and tick up on TERGRID. Hit for 7. Hold up Bone Crusher Giant. And hopefully let's get up to the Tibalt. Like, this is exactly what we want to be doing with this deck. This is so good. Vampire Knight. Yes. That's cool. Draws a card down to 6. Plays it out as a Death Toucher. Now they have stuff for Menace. But do you? No. And we have the Stompy Boy. Yes. I could have waited to draw a card with Shovel as well, but this is fine. We'll go ahead and throw out this side of it just for fun. All right. And then tick up onto TERGRID. And swing all in. Yes! Yes. Dude, this deck is so fun. This is good. So I definitely think that once you know what meta looks like a little bit more, it'll shift a little bit, but honestly not too much. Like, everything that we're doing does affect what meta will be really well, kind of no matter what. And playing out TERGRID, like, not everyone has removal, especially when you're playing a bunch of discard in the early game. People are like, okay, are they actually gonna be playing creatures? They might get rid of their removal before they get rid of creatures sometimes. And so honestly, you kind of give it yourself protection for the TERGRID as well as being able to do everything else. Like, it's a really good deck. I like it a lot. I'm a huge fan. Dude, up against Killadub. Killadub is awesome. We've done things together. All right, on the draw, 2 tapped lands, but a bunch of 2-drop things. Like, I keep kind of seeing this with this deck, and it's not the worst. I do like it. 3 lands is still nice. If we were on the play, this would be a much easier keep, but I think on the draw, we're going to go ahead and try it out. I'm thinking that I want to cut down to 2 copies of this instead of the full play set. I really like the effect, but I don't think I'm ever going to do it more than once a game. Maybe if the game's really crazy grindy, I end up doing it twice, which is where I think 2 copies is fine. But I don't think we really don't want to be getting rid of our lands for the TERGRID stuff, everything. Yeah, just not as worthwhile. Okay, Snow TERGRID land. Faceless Haven. All right, Snow. Is this mono blue Snow? Mono blue Snow is definitely scary. I think it's scarier than the Sultai Snow decks, for sure. Okay. Do we just kill this right away before it can do anything else? We might. Acquisitions Expert's not a bad play either, like forcing him to either pay for it now. Valky's not the worst. Maybe we want Snow Mana just so that we can be playing up against this stuff. I kind of forgot to throw in Snow Mana with this one. Let's just Stomp. I could have waited to see if they were going to pay for it first, but their best play is to kind of play other stuff out and then just activate it in response to a Bone Crusher Giant. So just get rid of the turn 1 play. Next turn we have Acquisitions Expert and Duress. Another Ascendant Spirit. Okay. Okay, play out Swamp. Bone Crusher Giant's also not the worst play here. Do we want Valky out? Okay, let's take a peek at their hand first and see what we want. If there's not many creatures for us to still with Valky, then that's fine. So dress first. We can activate Ascendant Spirit here. All right, Blood in the Snow is annoying. Graven Lore, they're not going to get to Blood in the Snow anytime soon. They don't have black mana. They don't have lands. Callers are a little bit annoying. We don't have any snow lands, so turning our guy into that's not the best. But yeah, we'll just take out Graven Lore. We're also filling the graveyard for Liliana to be a better removal spell as well. What do they discard? They probably discard Blood in the Snow with Acquisitions Expert. I think I'd rather get that later. So let's go ahead and play out the Valky. I feel like there's definitely better things for us to hit. Like I'd much rather hit it in Ascendant Spirit. So this is the definitely misplay. We're gonna have to go back and change all the lands to be snow lands. Just because if we're stealing other people's stuff, we need snow lands. Like stealing Ascendant Spirit is a decent thing for us to be doing. Pass the turn. All right. This can become a 4/4 right now. That's probably their best play. We need to find removal and quick. We have only one card in the graveyard. Yeah, we need to find answers for that. Avalanche Caller. Two mana untaps Snow, it becomes a 4/4. Yo, you can't untap it though. All right, so interesting. Swings in. Yep, no blocks. You take it. So Fable Passage can put something into our deck graveyard for us. Pass them my turn. More slow lands. Our best play probably is still just Bone Crusher Giant. I'm not worried about the Blood in the Snow. We can get rid of it and they can just be top decking whatever. There's no way to kill this right now, right? Yeah, not having the removal. Soul Shatter also doesn't really hit Ascendant Spirit because it's just a one route. Like honestly, Ascendant Spirit is one of the best cards against us. We're running 3 copies of Bloodchief's Thirst though, which means that this is a pretty good thing for us too in some ways. But okay, pass the turn. We just have to hope we top deck better. We're holding 4 cards. Dude, Ascendant Spirit is so good though. I don't know why they played this out rather than just using it. I think it would have been better for them to do that. So now they have 3 mana turned into a 4/4 Angel with flying. We can put 1 more card into the graveyard. Hopefully another one, and we can -3. Well, no, we still can't kill it. I guess our best play is probably Tergrid. Like if we can top deck a Tergrid here off the top, that would be pretty sweet. Gee, I'm loving this card so much. And I'm like terrified of it right now. It's so good. Next turn, it becomes a 6. Dude, our life total is actually dropping pretty quick here. This is a 2-turn clock now for us. 6 and 8 is 14 damage. Yeah, so we are dead soon. And they can still activate this guy too if they need to. All right, so they're almost to Blood in the Snow. Liliana doesn't work here. Okay, grab a red source. I can fill our graveyard a little bit quicker with this. Okay, Liliana, I actually want to take the attention off of her face. And so maybe this helps a little bit there. They don't think it through very well.
You wish you had a vision of my power.
Tick up. We're fine discarding another Skull Cairn. So our best draws are Can we get to Valky in time? No. Not to the Tibalt side of this. Swing in with Bone Crusher Giant. They can make 4/4 lands for 2 mana. They can attack in. No, they can't attack. It doesn't become vigilant. Otherwise, they could attack in and also pump the spirit. We'll go ahead and swing in here. We're probably just chump blocking with Valky regardless. And that's fine. All right. So, Blood Chief's Thirst off the top. Come on, deck. We can do it. We can do it. 3 damage to target player, not to any target. Okay, yeah, pass the turn. Ill Passage, cracks it, goes and grabs something. At least there's not blood in the snow. They could have just killed the Planeswalker. And brought it back. Yep, it's big. Comes to 6/6. Next turn they can do it again and gets even bigger. So we have tons of good removal for this card here. Not tons, but we do have some good removal for this. And we either find it or we don't. Murderous Rider, Blood Chief's Thirst. We're a land away from using Tibalt. Or some way of filling the graveyard a little bit more. Let's see where they attack. The right play is the attack phase here. Okay, sweet. That gives us an extra turn here. Totally fine with that. So now we have another turn to find it. Kroxa. Yeah, well, that doesn't do it. If Valky ends up dying here when we attack in, we can play Kroxa and then play out Kroxa again. At least it's a thing we could do and have a little bit more threat towards life total. All right, doesn't kill it. We're still getting for extra damage, though. So there's that. And with the Skull Karens, we do get a little bit of damage that way. They can turn something into a 4/4 land. Doesn't matter, though. Okay, down to 10. Kroxa down to 7. We're 1 away from being able to bring Kroxa back. We were 1 away from having Lulon actually kill stuff. Yeah, just a little bit too slow on our interaction this round. Acquisitions Expert. This is also just as a chump blocker. One way they can kill us is they do 6. They can make 2 4/4 lands and swing in. That would kill us. Oh, let's see if they actually figure it out. So they've got us here. So I forgot. So actually their best play now is to turn 2 lands into 4/4s. I have not played against this before, so now they can make 2 of their lands 4/4s swing in, and if they swing in with the Avalanche Color as well, then we're dead. Okay, they didn't do it. At least they haven't yet. All right, they missed it. They missed it. They had lethal on board. Of course, we could have had removal, but doesn't pay to draw more cards. Interesting. They're down to 7. Rest lets us bring back Kroxa. Raven Lore. It's a scry really deep for this. I think it's over though. They didn't, so they can't untap a land now. So we get to deal 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can try and swing in and see if they forget that we have the ability to play Kroxa here. And maybe they forget about, well, Bone Crusher Giant be able to go off with that for us. Definitely not having Snowlands is really a big issue here. Like if we had these 2 Snowlands to be able to pay, yeah, target Snowland becomes a 4/4. If we could just turn some stuff into 4/4s here, we would be able to actually close out the game. I would have activated this earlier. It would have been a lot better. Nothing. I guess they could choose to have it be nothing. All right, we'll attack in. See how close we can get. We can get him down to 1 for sure. Darn it. They also have stuff to discard to Croc, so that's not a land, so it's not like we actually have that either. All right, yeah, good game. Bring back Croxa. They got us. It kind of came down to that. I mean, they could discard other stuff, but...
You only think you've won.
We played out our deck. Their deck definitely was good. We have so many good removal spells for the Ascendant Spirit. We just never found them. And that's just how it goes sometimes. We definitely have lethal in the next turn. I think they played it out pretty well. So while going for the Ascendant Spirit might have been the better play there, I think attacking in and stuff, I think the one misplay they had was hitting Liliana versus just hitting face. We would have been dead 2 turns ago. There's not really much we could have done, but if we did find a removal spell for it, it would have been worse for them to kind of have the Liliana out. So I guess there's that. Yeah, it turns out another Faceless Haven. So we're playing it out because that's what we have to do on the VIP client. It's just what we got to do, okay? Swings in, no blocks. We take it all. Yep. Good game, sir. So in the wrap up for TERGRID and Tibalt, we went 3-2 for the deck. The last game we definitely should have won. We just kind of messed up. The first game we just didn't hit our lands for a long time, and so I did fix the mana base a little bit here, just at the end. So this is going to be the deck list you probably see down below. I went down to 2 copies of Innerstorm Skullcairn, which was a really fun card, but I don't think we got the full play set. Instead, I went up to 2 copies of Castle Lochthwain, changed all of these to Snowlands just because we are stealing other people's stuff, and we want to be able to have snow mana to be able to activate abilities and things like that for snow stuff, because that's what we're doing. And so really like this deck. I was really impressed by the power of TERGRID. Valky itself, we never really got Tibalt out. We got Tibalt out one time, and it did do a thing for us. I think this is one of those cards where it's like it can help save you in a bad spot, and if it ever gets left unchecked, it is busted, and you will win the game. And that's the whole idea of it. I actually was really impressed with the Valky side of it. The Valky side of it did wonders for us. It was really cool. Like, it could have become a Vorinclex for us. It took away the board wipe from someone's hand. There's so many like adventure cards out there right now where Duresses don't hit those as much. And that's why Duresses kind of were taken out most of the time. And we did whiff on Duresses a couple times in this match. It's still so good to be able to hit like an Ugin or whatever. I think you play it with TERGRID, but maybe for the first little bit with meta, you'd maybe go up another Bloodchief's Thirst or some more removal, cut down to 2 copies of Duress. Maybe I actually did like Acquisition Expert. I wanted to have more and more discard in the early game, and so maybe like 2 copies of this, go down a little bit of a Duress. But overall, the deck was powerful. The deck was fun. I really enjoyed playing it. I had a blast with it. I hope you guys did too. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I have a secret word for you, and that is KALDHEIM is here. Yes. And so we are playing KALDHEIM. It is so fun, and see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.